Good morning. No, good evening. Good afternoon. Are you all right? I'll get there at some point. Oh, sorry I'm late. Right, what's today? 16.
Yeah, well, good evening and welcome to this evening's meeting for the Minutes Committee. I take it you've all received the agenda pack this evening, had a chance to read it.
Oh, the minutes are here.
Minutes of the previous meeting.
Well, hang on, we've got to go down to our thing. So we've had one apologies for absence.
Okay, then, do we have any apologies received thus far?
So I've got apologies from Terry Scannell, Councillor Scannell, Councillor Wright, and Councillor
Brand.
no, Councillor Seward. That's what I see, don't
Okay. Happy then?
Yeah.
Any declarations of interest before we proceed? Anything at all? Nothing's changed since last time? No. Hopefully a quick chance to read the minutes from the last meeting. And any points for those that you've got? If there's no points to raise.
I was just going to have a look at. Obviously, I haven't put any other risk assessments or policies on there because it was quite a big agenda, and I'm only just back from holiday and and school holidays, so I thought I'd bring them some of those back in November, and we'll start doing those. That's anything I really wanted to comment on.
I think everything else that we looked at, which was approved and agreed at the last meeting. So if we've got nothing of any concern for the minutes, I'll take it those minutes to vote. Cover proposal, please.
Yeah, I'll propose. I'll second.
All those in favour?
Second.
Those
All in
minutes
favour.
are approved as issued.
You'll sign them
Yep, I'll do them at
in a
the end.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, for that one. Nothing to update on the previous matters. Public forum.
Do you want anything to say, Claire?
Not ready. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there was. Right off the top of my head.
Okay, that might come up on the agenda.
There was a point with the cost of putting the sleepers in, but they're already in. So
They're different. They are North Walsham in Bloom sleepers.
what the sleepers that we're talking about that need to be
In the trackside where they put the path through to hold the soil back in the
on that new-
trackside
on
park.
that new pathway?
Yeah.
Obviously, James has kindly sent through as well his update, which I think we've got a chance to read in that. So, you know, rather than reading it again verbatim to everybody, I'm satisfied it's a good piece of work there done by the team. A lot of work completed in that space of time. So,
really very good.
and having had a wander around the town recently, some of the work that's been done, you clearly see a marked difference from what the grounds team are doing. So please pass on my thanks to the grounds team for what they're doing there.
Oh, hang on. Where are we thanking?
Receiving updates from the grounds team.
6.
Item 6.
Thanks.
And also we've had the quote in from Tree Hopper Services in relation to agree the quote for placement of the sleepers at the retaining pathway at trackside.
Yeah, I've had 2 quotes.
Yeah.
That's this one, and there was another one from.
Which was there further on.
I haven't read that.
No, but as you can see, there's a significant difference in the costs for that. Obviously, knowing what the cost of that sort of stuff is from the things that we do ourselves, I would say that the more reasonable cost is the tree hopper cost that's been put forward for that.
Do we still want to do that? Because the soil is coming over to the path. It will wear away. When the water comes, it will wear away, won't it, James?
Well, an amount will.
So we was going to put the sleepers in, and then we were going to do some kind of planting.
I think it mitigates any risk of mess and stuff on pathways and footways and all the other bits there that we could potentially have come back for that cost of sort of 2,003 plus the VAT. I think that's quite an acceptable sum, you know, for what they're looking to do with that versus the other quote. So I think it's,
difference.
you know, and also it just keeps the place tidy and it'll save money in the long run for additional
Yeah.
work. So I think,
I don't know how many other people got their quote.
unfortunately, some bigger operations overhead, make lots of time for that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm fairly happy knowing on past experience myself what that sort of stuff costs. I would be happy to proceed with that quote at 2355 plus that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proposed, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Opposed?
happy to propose that. I'll second it.
We'll take that forward. Obviously, one of the key points is to discuss the leasing of the new vehicle and the digger. Look at the vehicle fleet that we've currently got and the digger we've got. It's not necessarily fit for purpose. I've actually been down and seen the plant equipment. It's fairly old. I think for when we look at what we're doing, purchasing is not necessarily the way forward. This current way, you know, the leasing is much better to have the service agreements in place for the things that we actually need. So
The vehicle did break down
Again,
Yeah.
again, and we had to have a new starter motor. It's held together with tape inside.
yeah,
It hasn't done many miles, but it's very, very old.
it was
There's
aware
just-
it's our usage in this town, we don't do many miles, really is.
no,
I have,
And
Compact town.
it's been owned by the council for about 8 to 10 years now, probably really.
I did go to a company to find out, they supplied Walsham Town Council's vehicle, so I did go, I sent the pictures and they haven't come back to me yet, so I will chase them.
Yeah.
But
Will
that was
we
for
get-
leasing.
Yeah, would we get any money for selling this second hand?
I'm sure it's worth.
Would that
amount
go
anyway.
towards part of the lease?
it depends on the leasing arrangement. Some will ask for a upfront small deposit on the leasing arrangement. Others don't. Depends what the leasing arrangement is. But when you're looking at a vehicle such as we've got here, the mileage is fairly relevant to the work that it actually does, and you know, so it's that duration of time, the in, the out, the seat bolsters. So the vehicle's now hit a point where it's starting to cost more money, and over time we could end up with a slightly more significant bill if it starts for us. I think.
And I just think if we lease, it's going to make it easier moving forward budgeting and things like that.
Yes,
because
will
it's
do.
just
We
a
had,
regular.
We had £40,000 in the earmarked reserve for vehicles. We, in finance yesterday, we've now reduced that to 10, just in case we have to buy anything. But that 30,000 can then go back into the pot.
And the
leases.
finance
A lot of
committee
people
are
lease,
aware of
yeah.
this, so.
Although it's not capex as such, we can
Yeah.
spread that. The capex style, we can spread that cost then on the leasing over
Yeah.
7 years,
Yeah.
and so
And
that's,
obviously, councils don't depreciate their assets.
Yeah.
That's something that we don't do, so.
on the leasing side, at least they'll depreciate that vehicle on the leasing side.
Yeah.
Rather. So it makes sense to do that, I
And
think.
with
on the
a,
leasing.
with a service
Yeah.
agreement in place as well.
So I had gone back with photos of the type of vehicle that we've got, because we need to have it with the
The
tail
tailor
lift.
for the events that we use as well.
And
That
that we
makes
use,
so
but we
much
did
more
want a
sense.
tipper one, but that's for another day. Anyway, so first of all, to replace it with the sort of one that we've
A
got.
like for like vehicle.
I mean, also, as what's happened with LGR and what could happen with us and what can
Yeah.
happen in the future, we do need the vehicles, because if we get bigger, take on more assets, we need
Especially,
to.
yes, especially the kind of assets they're going to want to offload onto us.
Yes, yes.
And it's future proofing for the town council going forward as
Yeah.
well to get to move that piece forward. And same with the digger as well, from the leasing side of things as well. It makes
Yeah, our digger isn't fit for purpose
No.
again, is it?
No, we
Because,
just did other attachments on a quick hitch system.
Yeah.
And what would be much more efficient and productive with our grave digging operations as well.
and safer.
Yeah,
and safer, because me and James have been, we've done our IOS training,
yeah,
and
which you saw in my report as well.
yeah, I'm not happy with people in graves.
No.
Yeah. So I
Just
think
so
it's
not happy
not-
with
you've
it.
got to ensure the
Yeah.
ways well when when we're working in close spaces such as that and doing excavations as well. Yes, you do the grading.
And I mean, you know, we've had a very, very dry period, but it's not always like that.
And the graves and people, unfortunately, the graves are
Changing-
getting bigger, aren't they?
As you'll see on further agenda points as well, that other equipment is needed because of the comment
Yeah,
you just made.
because of the safety. I mean, I
And the difference
just.
in sizes that we're being required to dig as well.
Really?
Yes.
For me, as a
Big one.
professional safety practitioner, looking after 10,000 people across
Yeah.
highways, construction, piece there, I think you can't just look at, well, it's only a grave being dug. There's a risk to the collapse and anything else that sits with that. We've got to apply the same level of safety. to that. And obviously, have the
Totally
right,
agree, totally agree
and
with
we are
what
duty
you-
bound and duty of care to that. So, well, let's have a look at, once we get the question,
We get some quotes.
Yeah.
with the
yeah.
quick hitch system as well, so you could detach the buckets, move that. Yep.
I'm thinking that was before I used the grounds manager email account. I've got to look for my personal account to find those contacts again.
We'll get those contacts again, and even if you don't bring them to DNA, we can bring them to
Yeah.
full council, but I think it's quite, something that we need to look at quite quick, you know.
And it's the safety of the staff is the most important thing I look at here as well. You know, the cost itself, yes, is a consideration, but the cost of not doing versus the cost we could incur.
So can we start off with the vehicle?
Yep.
And the digger?
Yeah, they are two important
They are the
things to.
two main things that you use at the moment, aren't they?
Yep.
Which are the two dangerous things that we are,
And what attachments are you going to have with it?
Yeah.
whatever they need, yeah.
Yeah, so
To
things
do their
like,
job.
you can look at the bucket range, for instance, ditching bucket, drainage
Well,
bucket.
clay spade as well.
Yeah.
That's one part of it.
You know what we need, don't you? You
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the job.
And a quick hitch broom, and that saves a lot of manual work on backfilling as well.
So if we have this, it'll save time, it's more
Same
cost
time,
effective.
More cost effective for the council.
And we
Yeah.
eliminate the manual handling issues as well from
Yeah.
that piece there. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm happy to
Yeah.
take that forward. We need to move on that fairly quickly just to get it
Mhm.
sorted.
Yeah,
So,
we'll look at that together, James.
Yeah.
then.
can I propose that one then?
Yeah.
I'll propose that then move forward with that.
I'll second it.
Yes. All in favour, yeah?
And the next one, as we've discussed previously and also been at full council, we have talked about the pavilion. We are the landlord for that building, and as such, we are required to ensure that it's fit for purpose and provides a safe place for people to work.
You're going to have, Laura would like you to go and have a look around it.
Yeah.
Or somebody to go from the
Yeah.
council to go and look around it, because the flooring in there's been in there 30 odd years, isn't it?
Nothing has been replaced until very recently.
Yeah.
And also we
And we
have
are the landlords.
landlord duties under the requirement of the mold inspections, everything else needs to be done as well.
I
So
know,
from a landlord duty perspective, we have to ensure we move.
with children and
There's
Any of this.
children involved, so you know.
I can have a conversation
unfortunately,
next
everything
week if you want
seems
to.
to have been neglected.
Yeah. I'm
So,
happy
well,
from the conversations held previously to proceed forward with this, and then I'm happy to just then pop in and stick it on.
Yeah, have you got, I'll give you her contact details, you
Yeah.
just need to make her aware, because obviously there's
And
children
I've
there.
got my DBS clear, I've got
Yeah.
an NHS.
If you could, that'd be
DBS, yeah.
brilliant, so you can just see, she has done a lot of work, so she put her own fire doors in, didn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
Because
Yeah, she's got a lot of
the previous council wouldn't pay
Yeah.
anything for it, and I just
But
think that's wrong,
if
because
something
we are
happens, the
landlords.
responsibility is going to lie with
Yeah.
us as landlords.
We are.
And I think
Well,
it's
it
really,
will,
yeah,
yes, it'll come back on us. if we don't do it
absolutely. So I think
properly.
it's really important.
Yeah.
Anyone else in
We are maintained,
a rented property.
the
would
agreement is
expect-
maintained by us, it's a
Yeah.
council maintained, it's not a tenant
It's
agreement.
not, yeah.
I mean,
It's not a repairing. fee.
Her lease is coming up in April, so I've got to have a look at that soon. And, you know, she hasn't had a rent, we'll look at the rent that she charged, we pay her. If we have to put it up a little bit, then we have to put it up a little bit, but
Well, everything's gone up.
Yeah.
It cost to us, it's gone up.
yeah,
As a
Yeah.
council,
But-
everything's gone up.
yeah. I think she, you know, childcare provision is not brilliant, is it? So we'll just check,
Yeah.
we'll just check.
We do a bit of cost analysis on, you know, the cost benefit to the town, what the actual current market rate is, where the things are, and actually to lose is the impact on people in the town. So
Totally.
there's always,
Well,
there's
there's
always
a community
Yeah.
assets thing, we wouldn't want
It's
to
a-
shut
it's-
down with the
no.
children,
No,
because that's what they're
exactly.
offering.
I mean, it's a nightmare getting childcare. I mean, as a grandparent, I've spent the summer helping out with
we
childcare.
have to be pragmatic, I think, with this and
Yeah.
look at the long-term effect of doing something for a small financial gain creates significant loss elsewhere. So
Yeah, also, she will have had all the extra NI to pay to any
Yeah,
employees,
yeah.
which has hit small businesses.
I think we need to consider
But
anyone.
I'm glad we're talking about it now, so that she's not, well, she always walks out anyway, she leaves, because it's not.
Prior works that have been done need, I think we should consider the works that were done that should have been done by the landlord previously. We should consider those impacted costs as well. Work that's done that we failed in potentially.
Yes, I think you're
Yeah,
absolutely right,
these things
Roger,
will.
because we, you know, we've got a lot of new councillors here that aren't current with this, myself being one of them. And I'm surprised that she had to put in her own findings.
Yeah, so
Shocked.
yeah, we'll look at that piece as well. So we'll.
There is some stuff that needs to be done there. I mean, as landlords, are we meant to provide her with a kitchen? There is a grant I can go for a
Can you have a
kitchen.
look at the lease?
Yes, I will do.
Look at the lease, look at what it says in the lease and what should be
Because
stated.
Ofsted, I mean, she has a hygiene thing and she can't get any higher than what she gets because the kitchen needs replacing. So she did try and go and get a grant, but I may be able to, because it's a charity, I may be able to help her get a grant for her kitchen.
And there are some welfare regulations that are set around that sort of stuff. I can take a trip down and have a look at it.
Would you go and have a look at it?
you know,
Well, you can look at it from a professional.
I'll look at Medina
Yeah,
side of
that's
things as
what I'm
well. I'll look
Yeah.
at for the sort of the,
And I'm happy to look at the lease side of things, what we need to do, because that's what I've done previously.
All right, okay, brilliant. Well, we need to look at the lease, so we'll have to bring it back to DNA or council anyway. So proposed by RS and second by,
Yeah, I'm happy to second that.
for her to have, you've got the quote, haven't you, for the
Yeah.
kitchen?
It's very reasonable.
it's reasonable, yeah.
It's the same person who
Yeah,
done
yeah,
the
if you did
floor.
the previous.
Yeah, very
Right,
reasonable.
I had an interesting read of the lighting survey.
Yes, it was
Oh.
interesting,
It's
that.
never been, well, I don't think it's ever been done.
A couple of little lean on the lamppost jokes went through my head when I was reading it.
Yeah.
But
So I've had two that have been condemned and taken out. When I spoke to
Love they
the,
couldn't locate.
I don't know, I'll have to go round with it. So there's one in the churchyard that had corroded at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's either salt or it's dogweed or something, I don't know what it is. That's corroded. And there's one down Acorn Road, is it, or somewhere, another one that has been, because a woman phoned me up to say that she's got no more, has been corroded. They're £2,300 to be replaced, each one. But the trouble is, a majority of our street lights are concrete, and they only have concrete ones, and they only have a certain lifespan, and they're all coming up.
Are they all
And
on
they're all
our,
quite
are they
dangerous.
all on our?
Yes, they are. These are all on our asset
Okay.
register, and they're ours.
Yeah.
And
So-
they're all column based, and they haven't been touched for years and years and years.
Well, they all just visual inspection, no penetration testing done or anything.
Just visual inspection, right?
By cousins.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
cousins, yeah.
they're our streetlight contractors.
See, where you've got going through here, I think this is something that we could just do a taking off a meeting to sit through, prioritise the ones that need doing.
Yes, yeah.
Identify the ones that weren't, because some street lamps, when they have been taken out, other contractors have come around and removed lighting in other bits as well. They've probably been taken out over a period of time.
Well, they are trying to take out, I mean, down the bypass, they've all
Yeah.
stopped, turned the lights off, haven't they?
I think this needs to be, we can sit down. We can,
Just receive it, because it
Yeah.
does say to
It is to
receive,
receive
doesn't
it.
it? And
Yeah.
well, that should be any decisions
Yeah.
made, but we don't have to make any, because I've had this a while, this was done in July.
fine.
I just
Yeah.
we need to think about replacing the ones, whether we do one in the churchyard, nobody's known that it's been taken out, it's got yellow tape
Yeah,
around it.
I
something
think-
of some degree needs doing to how it's sitting at the moment. I'll replace or remove the rest
Yeah,
of it completely.
it looks a bit of an eyesore, is it?
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a
it
part of the
really
risk-based courses to look at it.
Yeah.
The ones I won't go, James, we can go to the tour around ourselves, have a look. So actually, this one here, I think, these are our four priorities. These are, no, not really four or two,
Mm.
but our priorities are these two here that need to be
Yeah.
done as a matter of urgency, needs to be done.
You can actually prioritise them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
prioritise, whether it might
Yeah,
take
because
a
at the
year or
moment, they're
two.
all the ones that are
They've never been looked at
never
properly
been
for a
looked
long
at.
while.
I mean, they're
so
all in red, so prioritise the red ones.
This is the problem.
And I also think it's like really important that the ones that have gone, like the one in the churchyard, we make sure when it's dark, you know, if we think, oh, we're not going to replace it, we need to look at it when it is actually dark in there.
Yeah,
To
we'll
check
do-
that it doesn't
Do
need
it for the
replacing.
losing
Like
piece, you go at night, do the night TD.
yeah, because I think
We're not
gonna have many-
lights
many-
and safety
many
is really
before we can
important
do
in the
that.
town.
The churchyard, even though it's the churches, it's a closed churchyard,
Yeah.
which means it's now our
Yeah,
responsibility.
absolutely.
So we do all the maintenance, we look after that, that's our
Yeah.
responsibility.
I'll pick up David, you, James, I'll pop
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
have a chat and we'll sort of go and review these. And more than welcome to come look at lampposts.
Because I don't know where half of them are, so it'd be quite good.
We'll pick up, then we'll go through, you know, as with reds, we can prioritise
Yeah,
the reds
yeah.
against whether to see these, but also as well, the ones that have a more, say, a greater impact for the public, where we want
Yeah.
lighting there,
So-
so.
Wendy, the ones you've looked at replacing, the ones that you say are replacing, are they replacing like for like, or is it now,
No, it will be the proper
it'll be
columns.
the proper columns now?
Yeah, because there was
Concrete
one
ones,
down
aren't they?
Kimberley Road that got hit.
Yeah.
And that was replaced by a proper, not, I don't know, what are they?
Galvanised.
Galvanised,
Galvanised,
not
yeah.
concrete. Because the concrete, and I was sent a picture of one which was concrete and that had just gone over. So that's what happens, they just collapse.
So
And
the
if
old
that
pebble
collapses
dash to
into the
reinforce
road,
Oh, it's so
it's
dangerous.
just,
Yeah, they're just
Another
a cement-based pebble, they are the pebble dash ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
When we finally get to the analysis, can I make a suggestion? That if we do have to replace quite a lot, which is going to cost us as a council a lot,
we may be able to get a
a
loan.
loan or a grant.
We can get a Salex loan, which will be interest free.
But have we thought about asking local businesses if they'd like to sponsor a loan?
Don't know whether they will.
Well, you can ask.
We don't look at that, we don't look after any of the street lights down the industrial estate, they're all county council ones.
It's just an idea.
But we might be able to get a Salex loan, which is interest free.
Yeah. Depends on how many we're looking at, Wendy.
Well, do you know what, we could do a couple a year. We just make a start, let's
Yeah.
make a start.
So I'm working out the list and prioritising.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
And maintain a reserve contingency should something deteriorate, that we know we've got a pot that we can immediately dip into.
Yeah.
And I went round with him, because I'm waiting for him to give me a quote for lighting up the other half of the memorial park, because it goes halfway and then it's right dark, isn't it?
It is very dark.
But he hasn't come, but he did say to me, he said, you know, the street
Those are
lights
the ones
are.
I would say we could possibly get someone to sponsor. The memorial park,
Yeah.
the churchyard,
Yeah.
that sort of thing, because it's more in the
The
centre. of
public
town.
facing stuff, yes,
Public-facing
I
stuff.
wouldn't, some approach me as a business, said you want to spot street lamp elsewhere, the memorial park, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that, and then you can put your little plaque
Yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's like the roundabout sign, we sponsor roundabouts, don't we, so,
Yeah, exactly. Same sort of thing.
yeah.
No, you can-
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll receive the report then, and we'll,
Yeah.
and look to that with a view for the public facing ones to,
Possibly, it's only it's an idea.
yep, it's, from many ideas, great things are born. So, to agree a no fly tipping or similar signs for Nelson Road green space.
I don't know why that's on there then, because
I
we
think
can
it-
just do it.
I think it came up because we've recently cleared it. We've got this really nice wildflower bit that's flying back now as the season goes. But recently, we have found like some of the local residents in that area have been tipping again. We did clear it up, and I did get some pictures of whereabouts it was, it came from.
So is
What
it
are
they
they tipping, James?
they-
Hedge cuttings.
hedge
yeah.
cut and garden
Garden
waste, so
waste.
instead of getting a green bin, they.
Well, it seemed to be a very
brown bin.
historical thing that had been happened over many years. What we cleared like so much waste from there, and you can see like some residents haven't taken heed to what our
There's a
actions.
misunderstanding of fly tipping between where they class that as compostable
Yeah.
material, that's still fly tipping to dump that
Yeah,
waste
yeah,
away.
yeah.
So
Yes.
I think the sign that you use, I don't think this needs to be thrashed around too much. It's very simple that you don't fly tip, you know, no fly tipping includes the material
That's it.
and green waste. It just says them very clear that you've got that. We put those signs out very quite often to, and we state, you know, we have no
No
fly
fly
tipping.
tipping, including green waste, yeah.
Yeah, in that way, that's very, very clear.
If it did carry on, is there a way anywhere down there, because I don't know it personally, that we could put an area where they could
Right, a compost area.
compost
Community
area.
compost
Well,
area.
compost
We could
area.
do, because we are thinking about spending, we've got some section 106 monies
Yeah.
for allotments. Now I'm back to work and everything's sorted out after all
Yeah.
our events. So I've now got to go ahead with that. So if we have allotments, yeah, then we could put a green area, because
Just it could be as
I think that's
compost
a really
area.
good idea. That was
Because-
just in my head at the same
Mhm.
time.
we could use that compost on.
Yeah.
Well, anybody could use it then,
Yeah, yeah.
because it would be.
Because it was, there was talk about doing a community orchard down there as well,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Yeah, lovely
You see, that
idea,
would be a
things
lovely
like
idea,
that.
community orchard.
And the compost bins are subsidised anyway, they're cheap through
Yeah.
NCC anyway, through the waste site, so you've got 5 of those.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
idea.
Compost
Because
bin.
then we can still get rid of waste, you know.
Allotments.
Yeah, obviously
Okay.
not tree branches and things like that,
Oh,
that is,
right,
yeah,
you know,
compostable material
a
only.
compostable material only.
You know, what you do is put a sign up with it, you know, this is a public space for composting, the following items can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
deposited here. You know,
It's
so you-
just like you go down to the tip.
Yeah. Don't tell them what you can't.
Could
use
we,
in
rather
public
than
transport.
use those ones that you get free, can we not make one out?
That's
of,
what I would say with sleepers,
sleep-
not sleepers, yeah.
Alex sort of thing.
Alex,
don't
yeah.
we?
And the other councils
Like
I've
that.
visited, they've used like some sleepers to sort of make the corners of it and use
Yeah.
like corrugated steel as well.
Yeah, where I used to work, they made.
Yeah.
a
Make sure you get
lost
to,
one,
you've got
and
to
then
get to the bottom of
put-
it, so you've got access to the
They
bottom.
just
don't
put
you?
weed
Yeah.
suppressant or black stuff around it or
Mm.
something.
Yeah.
We can, I'm sure you can think of it.
Oh, there you go, James.
Have I got to bring that up, or can I just?
No, just get on with that one. That's not really,
Just,
What, and making compost bins?
that's,
I just think it would, you know,
Stewardship.
let's try and be a bit greener, rather than just say no the whole time.
Yeah, so I've got to bring a biodiversity policy back at some point when I get to one done, so yeah, so that would be in our biodiversity.
Well, it would help us as that it would make us look as if we are looking at it as a council.
And especially, yeah, especially if it's allotments down there, because we've got to. Okay, I mean,
Okay.
they're really cheap to make anyway, aren't
Yeah.
they? to look at?
Won't do that.
The,
Get a price cost before that. Before you
Let's get,
price
yeah.
yeah, the
That's
next
a window
item
job.
was the sewer connection that was required
Right,
on the welfare facility.
Oh, yes.
Well, I've
which we
got an
have discussed
update on
before.
that.
Oh, right, come on.
so Jordan sent a thing through to, one of our grounds people. He sent an email through to say, because he does work on the roads and things, to say that the road is not,
Where our connection comes out,
Explain it.
where my compound is where the new welfare capital is going to be. He sent a really concise email explaining the problems that you'll have with going through that. Because our first contractor that gave us the quote, I don't think was aware of the type of float and road system that leads to my compound.
Yeah,
That's sort of plastic cell grid that's all filled with different aggregates up to
Yeah.
the top where it's got two different layers of tarmac on. And if, I don't think his quote includes cutting through that and replacing it like for like either. And when you get to the sewer connection on the road, where it comes out of our property, at the cemetery gates, you'd actually have to pump uphill.
You'd have to have a pump in it.
Yeah. And none of that was brought to the
and
attention.
the quote we had was a lot of money, and I was really concerned about, we only had one quote, so I was trying to get anyone. However, the person who was going to do the welfare unit, I went back to them and said, do you do effluent tanks?
Yep.
And they do.
So we just have to have it.
They would
pumped out
add jack
like a-
legs
like
to
a
the
septic
unit.
tank.
Yeah.
And so an add jack legs to the unit would be £600.
Mm.
And add a new effluent tank was 2,350. Or a second-hand effluent tank is 1,750.
to be honest, if we're going for it, for the difference in cost, I'll go with a new tank. You know that
Saving
you're,
loads of money, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the lifestyle of it as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you,
Yeah.
because you've got passive aeration, yes, it's definitely worth
We
going
were
for
just
the.
going to get a cost on the excavation.
We've got, so we're going to find out from
The extraction of,
the extraction.
and the
how much of that
sanitisation
costs,
of
but
each time and the frequency we would need it anyway.
What size tank have they given specified?
I didn't
They
say,
didn't
because
give-
they're going to send me a quote, but this only came through today.
So obviously
Once
tank
we get the
specification.
quote,
yeah.
the size of the tank.
Yeah,
We'll
So
get-
can we go, we've got to
Then
do the
once we
welfare.
know the
unit.
size of the tank, we will then be able to,
get a quote on
how often it will need.
and how
So
much
hopefully I'll get
that'll cost
some-
each time as
Yeah.
well.
Thing before full council, so then it can be approved, but to save like bones
Yeah,
to
that's-
do this is so much
More-
cheaper.
Higher cost for the sewage outlet than for the welfare cabin itself.
If you take a standard toilet on a construction site, you know, what that usage is there, so this will last, you'd be lucky if you pump this out once every 2 months, once a quarter,
Yeah, I thought once everything though.
you know, you'd be lucky with, I think, those based on
Mm.
previous, you know, because that could be a
Well,
fixed.
it depends on
fixed
what
tank.
size it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it might be every 6 months. It depends how
Yeah.
often you're using it.
Well, it's
Well-
normally they pump almost 3 months because of the.
Not often sitting in the welfare
Goes into
cabin
the
when we're-
welfare cabin.
We told them they had to train it.
Event stacked
What
anyway.
is
normally.
alright.
Retrain your
Absolutely.
Time.
Congestion.
Yep, so proceed with that and then get the size of the, get the.
And then bring it to
bits,
full council,
and
because she is
Yeah.
coming back to me
Yeah.
tomorrow. What a lovely job, everything to talk about, isn't it? But this is so much
Being a
cheaper.
caravanner with an Elson toilet.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
But once again, it's welfare and the duty placed upon us to provide.
And it needs to
these
be
facilities.
done as, but all this costs is coming out of the capital.
Yeah.
At the cemetery.
Yeah, the cemetery fund cost we've got, that's fine.
Can I have a proposal?
I'll propose.
Yeah, and second, yourself. And we also need to now agree the north and south side entrance walls to the cemetery.
This has been something that's been on the agenda ever since before I started.
Yeah. For
Can
many
you
years.
explain more, because
Since we've had the cemetery gates widened on the north-south side, only one retainer wall for the banks was ever constructed. Our town's wonderful, isn't it? And like a cemetery is something that everyone always goes to, and you'd like it to look the best of what it could be. So we're proposing to have a similar, so it's uniform either side on the banks. Should really provide pictures for you, but you can come down and see me at the cemetery.
Yes. I'll walk past it quite frequently with the
And
dogs.
you'll see on that side that there's one wall there, and
There isn't one on the other side.
yeah,
no, I don't know whether it was taken down when the road was built or widened, because it was widened, wasn't it, when Sainsbury's was
well,
put in?
there was two walls there when we deconstructed everything for the new gates, and
And you found the second wall, didn't you?
well, we took it all apart.
That's the Mark Lester quote, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Me and my previous colleague took it all apart. They were widened for the construction of the cemetery new compound. Nothing would have.
Again, that cost would come out of the
Cemetery.
cemetery.
Yeah.
On the previous gates, you could barely get our truck through. You had to
What's
like,
fine.
get it square before you decided to go through. Yeah.
Yeah, so personally, I think, this comes back to once again, it's the improvements that are being made to areas where of an area of respect,
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
coming in, and,
It's also an intricate part of the town.
so I think once again, we should,
Just
look at this,
being proud, just being proud, isn't it, making things look
Yes.
nice.
and that will make that an
Smart.
improvement there with that piece. So, once again, I think we should proceed with this one, because
Yeah, because we also,
Yeah.
start publicising that, the small funerals and things, make that nice, wouldn't we?
It'd be lovely when that's having come from a town.
I've got to find out, I've got to still find out how we're going to attach them things, the pad things to this back.
Well, I think our contractor's going to look into that anyway when he starts it. 'Cause like
Oh, is he?
said, he's been doing it. He's been given the go ahead for that work. So
Yeah.
anyway, he's been just doing some outside works until like the winter comes. When
Yeah, he's starting that. won't he?
yeah.
And they had the two walls before the gates, you say?
Yeah.
So we're putting them
No, it's got
back
one wall,
Yeah.
and it just looks,
to-
Half
I do know
finished.
where you mean, yeah,
Half
it does
finished,
look
really.
half finished. Yeah.
looks like.
yeah, so we're happy with that then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
happy.
Proposer?
Yeah, I'm happy to propose.
Second.
I'll see if I can get these minutes done, as long as with the other ones to take to full council, because all these have to be the
Yeah.
recommendations, aren't they? So they'll be approved at full council. Okay.
To agree the cost of an arch wording, well, what we've got here,
Price, have you? Now, this is something that's been going on for,
Well,
A
since,
long
since,
while.
Yes.
Yeah.
since the arch was installed.
so I take it the arch there, that's just, that will be joined as one single piece, isn't it? It's not going to cross over.
Yeah,
No,
well,
it does cross over, doesn't
have
it?
you seen the arch? It's in place
Yeah.
now. Anyway, it's
It
the
crosses
community
over.
centre entrance to the park.
All right, yeah. Right. It's just obviously for the wording, to make sure the wording flows for,
Yeah,
because
well,
you've got,
the wording will be should be just how it is like that. So you wouldn't
Yeah.
the wording
the
wouldn't
wall will
overlap.
be over the prospect.
And with,
Yeah.
with
None
the
of- none of
poppies,
the-
it goes really well with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
benches. that are
it's
all
just
there.
making sure that sense, you want that wall bit as a centralised standing piece.
Yeah,
Upright, and then any wording comes round from that,
that's
so.
it. Yeah.
so it
So
looks-
nothing's overlapped at all.
No, that's right, yeah, it's just obviously,
Because I said by emails, I didn't put it into the agenda. There's very few people who can do it.
It's very specialised.
Yeah, this has been a very long going process. So
Very
you can get the
well,
quote
she
and
is.
yeah, that'll be CNC'd out, I take it, just the process CNC machine, cut the wording out, then weld it all into the frame. And to
they'll be fitting it as well.
be honest, for that level of workmanship what's gone in there, that isn't a too bad a quote at all, that. When you look at, yeah, 650, yeah, so some stuff I've seen paid for previously, not here, but you know, for that level of intricate work with that piece there being done. And in light of what we've just gone through with, you know, VE Day, VJ Day, I think
And
that's
everything else that's in place there, like the
Yeah.
benches,
Benches are
everything.
lovely.
The
and I
bench
think
is
that-
lovely. At
and
the time,
that's,
you know, it's been beautifully
It's
done.
sort of like the finishing.
It is the
will be
finishing.
Cap it off.
They will be as you go into the
Yeah, so
park, so they're
facing
wanted to
from this
know which
direction.
way they would be,
Yeah.
so we said as you go into the park.
Yeah.
it'll
They
have
should be
that North
facing-
Walsham
Facing
more
outwards.
than
Yeah.
I think it's very integral to the town as well for the commitment that was made to those people and what we saw on VE and VJ Day, some of the comments made by people attending, I think.
Well, at the
that's-
moment, it's just an
Fits
arch
in with
club.
that.
and
Yeah,
people
the
feel
arch with the
quite
two
excited.
benches, that's what it brings it all tied together,
It
doesn't
looks
it?
a bit bizarre.
It does,
I
but
think we're
this is-
90% there. Let's get this finished off
Yeah.
and make it, you know.
It's going to
once
take them a
again.
while to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and as the council president, quite a name at the moment,
Yeah,
but that was
it's-
found out, we may as well start making.
And this
North
is
Walsham
representation
benches
for the
and
people of
something
town
nice.
and it's
It's
something that will
recognition.
be
It's
recognised.
recognition of
Okay.
what the few did.
Yeah.
The rest of us.
Mm.
There's
And
not
it's going to
many
have,
of
these are
them.
little poppies.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
taken a while to get
And
to
there's a
there.
lot going
so-
on in the world at the moment. I think it's a good thing.
So I think it's take that forward as well, yeah.
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 agreed to
I'll
take that
propose
forward.
that one then.
Second.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy it's
We have put a planning application in for the flagpole right at the front,
Oh, right.
because that was agreed a long while ago. We just got to put an application in now to get permission from districts, so. That's the one down the park. So the one down the park can fly the Union flag probably all the time, and this one here will
Well, I
be.
think it's having the Union flag flying all the time in the town is a good thing. If it's.
Yeah, well,
down
we
there.
can fly it here, but this one here will
Well, then
probably
you
be
can
the
do-
other
You
ones
can
that we
do,
add in.
then you can rotate
Yeah.
when there's an appropriate day, you can
Mhm.
change the flag.
Yeah. But the one down the park will just
Yeah.
probably be the Union flag most of
Or
the
D
time.
Day.
And this is more frequent, and people will see this more than in a park, so.
And then-
And hopefully.
We're not allowed to attach it to the building, so we have to do a pole and stuff, which we'll have to purchase.
Did there used to be a flagpole?
It did, but it's not big enough, is it?
No, we've got,
We did
I
get
think it's
to
just, I
done.
think it's just a part of it, to be fair, that we have left.
Did you chop it up?
I haven't, but that's just always been in the chapel
I
ever
always
since
thought
I've
I
been
could
here.
remember one being there years and years ago.
Be nice to see
There's no
one,
tabernacle
especially if it's the
or
main
anything.
thoroughfare.
Well, this
through-
is our building now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Well, the next one's a no-brainer, actually, a defibrillator for the trackside park
Oh, yeah.
down there.
Well, since I'm doing my skate park event, that did sort of come up
What,
with, why is there not one there? People
Or even in
were,
that area of the town and such.
There's not one that side of town, is there?
well, there is,
One at
there's
the
one, at-
surgery, isn't there?
there's one at the surgery, and I think Kerry's have put one, Kerry's flooring, they've
Yeah,
bought one
right.
and put one there, but there isn't one down that end at
No.
all.
Or near the train station.
It's, you know, you've got the train station
Yeah.
there, you've got the trackside park.
They're £1,500 including the case, I think.
is that the iPad one, is it the orange case? Because they're all standard, the iPad, it's not as an iPad as an Apple, it's called an iPad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's an iPad, so the iPad ones are the standard ones. which
I
we
get them from the lady in Yarmouth who done that great big crusade Heart to Go or something.
Yeah.
So I get them from, and I have a contact who looks after them, or he
Mhm,
gets me all my.
And that'll
passwords
get registered
checked.
against the call centre number as well.
Also,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Brilliant, yeah.
yeah, I think they're a no-brainer to go for.
There was a discussion a long while ago about feed kits. We did never done anything about it, but I've spoken to the police recently and they said, please put feed kits in your defibs. So I'm now going to order some feed kits.
How much are they going to cost?
I think the guy. Sorry, Claire, can I ask you, do you know how much?
I thought they were more money than what they're worth. Probably is.
Did you?
They're a few £100.
Oh, are they? You don't get them, I thought we could get them cheap from the
You might
turtle.
be able to, but they are literally like first aid kit, but because they've got extra thick.
Got the
padding.
tourniquets in it.
Padding and
Oh, so that's
tourniquets.
special pants.
It-
We
it's
saw
all
that on
special-
that.
It's a hemostatic press.
It is.
Yeah, it's
so
got-
very
it's-
different.
it's
It's
got-
like life-saving
Do you think I
dressing,
should
isn't it?
just get a couple and just put one in the marketplace then, just one in the marketplace?
Well, if you-
Where do you think we would have the most problems? One, yes, marketplace, but if you are putting a defibrillator down at trackside, which is where all the youngsters go,
You probably kits.
you need a kit down there.
Yeah.
And for the defibrillator at the railway station.
Will be in the trackside, but it's just across. the
I
road.
also wonder, this is just something different, not thinking like kids, teenagers, but actually the industrial estate, because we have so many people working with machinery and stuff down there, something like a blue kit down that
But that's
area.
not our responsibility.
No,
So
it's
so
not.
what they would do
They
under
would
their,
be within their companies,
under
wouldn't
their
they?
provision
Yeah.
of first aid, they
Under
would
their
have that.
Yeah,
provision
they
of
would
risk
have it there.
assessment, they would have to do
Yeah.
something each
Very
year.
true.
Well, under the first aid regulations now, which have been changed, so
Yeah.
it's down to the employee or the
To do
employer,
that.
sorry, to understand the risk posed to its staff and provide the appropriate level of first aid equipment for it. So if you're an arborist, you've got that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah. I had
So-
thought about getting one for this office, for here, this building, but it doesn't need a cabinet, it will just be in my office. But if there's ever a accident here or anything, like we have
I
waiting
mean,
there
the
and things.
bleak kit really.
No, I'm talking
is-
about defib
Oh,
for my
defib.
office.
Oh,
Because
right.
we had our first
Yeah,
aid elf and they
okay.
suggested that we should maybe think about getting one here. But let's buy this one first and then maybe next year we'll think about getting one for this office.
So, could I say, we talk about policy where it comes to employment and everything, but if somebody falls out on the pedestrianised street where that curb is there no way you can perhaps put some around businesses where people might trip up on badly designed curbs? Is that not your responsibility as a council?
Not really, no.
No, that's the streets, isn't it? That's
That would come
highways.
under highways,
Yeah,
which
highways.
is.
You've then got to be very careful of what you start putting out for its expiry dates, person
Where,
using it.
exactly.
Although the person using it will be under the Good Samaritan Act, there's no liability that sits with that, but making sure the equipment's kept up in date, replaced, all the bits around there. You do, from the perspective of that, the 911 emergency services there, you've got first aid kits within the business, isn't it? Otherwise, you're trying to preempt where someone's going to trip over, fall over, and you could create more of a problem.
Are businesses allowed to use their employment kits?
Yeah.
on public
Yes.
roads?
Yeah,
They
and the Good
are.
Samaritan piece, yeah.
We have to go around and check our defibs every
Yeah.
week. Make sure they're still.
Mm.
working. But I did think about having one in this office. I mean, there was a lady who was at a wedding and she had a heart attack and I just thought that'd be quite nice to have one here, but maybe get one next
It
year.
needs to be
In
external
next
building.
year.
though.
The registrars are
Yeah.
here,
John
aren't
Johnson
they?
have, but
So
that's
maybe
only
we could
available at
ask,
this one.
County council.
County council.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe.
If you do put it on the building, it needs to be external, so it's visible.
Oh,
to
they
the
won't let me
outside.
put one on the front of it.
Or you put it up on a post it. Post.
They
Well,
won't
the
let me
jobs
put-
didn't have it, but it's only available during office hours,
Yeah,
hours, isn't it?
yeah.
There's a difference between the big campaign that was done with the NHS to push defibs
Okay.
out.
So
Right.
defib proposed by.
I'll propose it.
Yeah, and same with it.
And what did we think about bleed kits? I think it's been brought up, but shall I just?
Can you find out the cost, Wendy?
Costs, yeah.
Cost, because I do think we need one at trackside, because that it's, I don't want to sound.
That is, there is a lot of problems.
It is the younger people that are the ones that could, it's knife
In need.
wounds that are the biggest problem with
Bleed
bleed.
kit is different to stab wound stuff. I'll take that away and do that. I'll speak with the Broadland first aid. No, there's actually there's an actual stab thing now, which is I've established a seal pouch, which is different from just hacking a wound.
But-
So there are different things out there for stab wounds versus a straight bleed where someone cuts themselves or does some damage.
So-
Council didn't like to have stab kits out and about because it prevents small portions of.
No, I'll pick this one up with the Broadland first aid group that we work with, and we can then look at proper kits for.
Oh, they're coming on Saturday.
Yeah, so I'll work them as well. So
Okay,
we'll pick up that piece for you,
Graham. No?
George.
George from Vista.
Yeah, so if you get the right bleed kit, and also you got to consider the juvenile aspect as well, or paediatric. We've got an technically under 18, and not past adults as well.
Yeah, because they're coming on Sunday,
So-
on Saturday, and they're not charging us very much, but they sort of said, well, would you think about giving us a donation? So I said, well, give you the form, fill it in.
Yeah, let's look at a bleed kit differently. What bleed kits are there?
Yeah.
There's an
And
awful lot.
what's in them? and what uses.
Okay, yeah. Can you look at that for me?
Yeah, I'll take that photo back for you. There's a lot of different stuff out there you can use for significant bleed or other bits as well. Okay, chainsaw quote?
Obviously, they've gone on there.
Well,
James,
Eastern College you've been to,
Yeah,
yeah.
my colleague did, and he passed that with flying colours, obviously. And since then, we've obviously had a large limb fall in the cemetery. Well, that's secondly, we had a large limb fall in the Memorial Park a couple of weeks ago, and the only equipment we have as to date to chainsaw it up is like a personal chainsaw of mine.
Yeah.
And I've got a little. The council do own a small top-handle battery one, and we've also had another limb fell like this morning, which is almost the same size as the one out there in the cemetery.
These trees are needing a lot of work now. I don't know what's the matter with the weather, but
They dry out.
Is it worth, well, it is because with everything fried.
So the quote there is anyway just for a versatile chainsaw that can deal with quite a large.
And the
bough.
PPE associated with the
I've
chainsaw?
got all the people.
Oh yeah,
We have to have that.
me and my colleague who is chainsaw
Yeah,
Trained.
that's fine.
we will have the correct PPE.
Yeah, so for what they cost to bring in an arborist to do stuff like that, it's the cost of that, and it's still running out for, is it?
Yeah. They're the ones that are best rated throughout, really.
Yeah, and the vibration,
Yeah.
and the trigger times on them as well are
Yeah.
good.
Like I say, that model is sort of middle of the range. It will deal with quite as
Yeah.
large things as we have to deal with on the floor, and down to the smaller sizes as well, really.
They shouldn't be using their own equipment,
No, no,
should
no.
they?
No.
Provisional
And have
use
you
of-
had a look round at the trees that are there?
Well, we have them inspected regularly
Are
anyway.
they inspected?
Yeah.
And like the one that fell in the Memorial Garden Park was a limb that was overhanging from a private residence. So we're thinking that in that sort of idea that we should also take under the inspection of ones that are on our perimeter, even that are just outside it.
Problem is, you're very right, you know, even though the limb belongs to them technically, and you can return all that stuff back to them.
Well, I did.
You know, it's theirs, but where there's risk to members of the public in that,
Yeah.
we should consider that
I mean,
in
if it had gone
consultation with the neighbours, to set up and
Mm.
inspect the tree.
one way, it would have gone into the park, and a play park, children's
Yeah,
park, you
yeah. If
never
it
know,
had a
do you?
different limb that had went into near the
No,
park, and that's-
makes sense. I think we've got to clear this up as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Once it's done, that's not
That
a
was
huge
soon
cost.
put on Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think, you know,
Me and the mayor were soon on site to make safe the whole area anyway.
this comes back to having the right
With your
equipment for the
chainsaw.
right task.
Well, we took it apart the next day anyway. Look, under Pure, I've got a little small MS 170, and I was dealing with the limb about this size, so you've got to take 3 or 4 cuts into it from different sides
Yeah.
to
So
get
if we'd have
through.
called a tree surgeon in, that would have cost us.
Well, it would have cost what a new
£3,000,
chainsaw. So
well, if
Yeah.
not more, yeah.
You know, the training's been done, you've got the PPE for it, everybody's qualified, capable and competent,
Yep.
and therefore we've done all the donkey work.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah.
get the equipment to actually support the money that's been spent already
Yeah.
with that piece. Okay. So, propose that.
What else? Second.
I'll second on.
They're in trouble if there's only 3 of you there.
The shoring equipment now you're looking at.
This is what I-
Just telling the story about the shoring equipment.
Previously, the shoring equipment that I'm using at the moment has been adapted to make it longer because it was the first equipment obviously was bought too short. And this is what we were saying previously about we're getting bigger sizes of holes that I need to dig. The equipment on that quote is for the largest boards and the largest braces.
Yeah, are they round ones, are they hydraulic round, are they?
No, not hydraulic, they're called speed brace because hydraulic ram has its many more problems with it, with leaking and the weight of trying to lift them in and out.
Yeah.
But with the boards themselves that I'm using at the moment, they've been adapted, so that they've been extended by
So modified equipment,
Modified equipment.
so
It's probably
therefore
not
it's
very
safety
safe, is that?
equipment, which you shouldn't modify.
Yeah, it's previously been in use before my time as a groundsman at North Walsham Town
Well,
Council.
this is
And this is just the way I'm trying to move forward
the
with
stuff.
all the
that
further
can cost.
learning that I've taken on board.
Yeah, the provision of the provision of work equipment should be fit for purpose, designed for what's designed to be used
Mhm.
for, so
Yes,
Health and
therefore,
safety.
health and
I
safety,
probably could have
yes.
authorised that, but then.
yeah.
But it was just all of them are quite considerable amounts of money, so we just want
Yeah.
put it to councillors and know what we're spending money
So
on.
councillors are aware of the problems that we've got.
But also as well, you know, the consideration looking at what the cost of digging a grave actually comes to as well, and the offsets there as well. You know, for what we charge for graves as well.
Yeah, but I
Based
think
there.
also
We need to look at our
how
charges.
We do
much
need to
our
look at our
charges are. That
charges.
does need to be looked at,
Definitely.
especially with what we've been talking about this evening with regard to diggers and shoring equipment.
Yeah.
You know, it is.
I'm going to have do an analysis, and I'm going to ask the councils
I was
along.
going to say, can we
Yeah.
get a
Yeah, 'cause-
comparison
yeah.
from
A lot of councils get people in, don't they? Grave
Yeah,
diggers
yeah,
in,
yeah.
they don't do them themselves. So where I used to work at Alton Town
That's it,
Council.
'cause I've
they-
done a
grave
lot of
digger, they-
networking in the new courses that I've been doing as well with different parish
Yeah.
councils and that. And there isn't many that deal with grave digging themselves on their own teams. They all sort of subcontract that out. to
But
private
they
industry.
charge, so I know how much
Mm.
a
you know
burial
how
will
much
be.
the burial will be.
And then you
Yeah.
just have to equate how much time you spend on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, if you get new diggers, you're not going to spend much time as
Yeah.
what you did
But
before.
also the digger piece is another irrelevancy here because of the use that will be done for the whole site piece there, and obviously that will come with a trailer as well for moving it around to all the other works that you
Well, I
do. as
don't know
well.
how it works, but that'd be a very handy piece of equipment to use with the correct
Trailer.
trailer.
Yeah, so you should get a plant trailer. Well, under the, once they lease one, you'll probably get in the lease
Yeah.
station will be a plant trailer as well.
That's something you-
Oh, that's
That's
quite
something to make
handy,
note of to
because we
look
wanted
into.
a plant trailer, but we
Yeah.
said
Yeah,
didn't get
because
one because we.
previously,
And you want to be
leave
able,
that conversation.
we'll have a conversation around it because it needs to be utilised elsewhere as well, so we can get
Mhm.
maximum use hours run.
That's
for
it,
that piece of
with a
equipment.
plant trailer also, I'll be able to take my large out front, like ride-on grass cutter.
All the
To
right,
further
you literally just wheel it straight on and you
Yeah,
can take
yeah.
it wherever you need to then.
Yeah.
It'll save time.
Right,
And effort.
so you've got a cost for these, oh, I don't know how much they were.
The shore boards have got a cost there, I did provide that.
You didn't,
I did, that's
I don't know where it's gone now, but yeah, that's there somewhere. isn't
Is
it?
it here?
That's in the pack, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, right at the back,
Yeah, right at the back.
just before the,
How much was it again?
Got my glasses.
speed braces,
£60 each. aren't
£60
they?
Yeah.
each,
How many do you
aluminium
need?
panels
Two
were, aluminium panels were
498.
£498
Yeah.
Okay.
per pair.
And how many you need?
Just two.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
But that's once again, you know, these costs over the risk that we could put our workforce to.
Mm.
You know, it's a
well,
minimal cost.
you're using the wrong equipment.
Yeah, and they'll have a 5 to 10 lifespan anyway, so that cost will be recovered and
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
through.
proposer,
Yeah, I'm happy to.
HR, and second by RS, yeah? You going to second that?
Yeah, I'll second that. Is it? And do we have any items for the next agenda, or late items for discussion?
Yes, we do, and I'm going to agree this by, as I can delegated authority for health and safety. We have the terrible pictures because they haven't come out in black and white. But we have a trackside swing set. It was brought up on the Rossborough report as the ground being unsafe. But
Under our
we
inspections,
speak under no inspections, there's cracks in it.
cracks in the world, there's see metal
Some of these
fatigue
pictures are a
and
bit terrible.
So that's the RPPI stuff, isn't it, the regular inspector stuff?
Yeah.
Rosper didn't bring up any of the metal
Oh,
fatigue.
God, look at them.
They didn't
Pictures
bring
aren't
up,
very
they
good.
didn't bring it up.
No,
Might have missed it, but
some of
it's
this,
corroded, it's not very safe. Do you want me to take that to full council and I'll see if I can get the pictures printed off in
well,
colour?
we do need that.
It's out of bounds now, I'll take it.
Sorry?
It's out of bounds now, quarantine these from
Right.
use.
I'm taking the swings off tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So if there's a risk where they've got metal fatigue or anything can go,
Mm.
where's one piece goes?
But it's very old and
Yeah,
we'll just take it out and.
Yeah, that's what I'll just take it off. I'm just going to take the
Take the
two
swings off.
swing chains off.
Mm.
And it's just a metal frame, really. Then,
Yeah.
and then that'll be safe for our event as well on Saturday.
Yeah, okay, so get that made safe, then no problems with that.
Okay, and then we can decide whether we take it out and whether we
I don't know
replace them. Yeah,
Mm.
right. 18, take swings.
And obviously the date for the next meeting
I'm
is the,
sorry. I have got
Sorry,
one
go
other
on.
thing, if that's all right. Signage in town. Is it possible we could just have a think about something that points into the precinct? towards the, because we've got lots of like boards, you know, where Coffee Smiths is, we have lots of boards outside there.
Oh, what you like?
Perhaps
We shouldn't have
something,
them there, really, highways might take you away
yeah, so
sometimes.
something more permanent that says we've got shops there, and then something that
Yes.
points down to Market Street, say there's
Yeah.
more shops, but something proper. You know, like you have the
Alsham
lamp
has something like
posts with
that.
the shops
Alsham
this
does
way,
have-
shop. I just think it would be nice to have an actual fixed something there, so there's more shops this way and shops in the precinct.
Do you want something that says what shops they are, and then that can be amended? I'll see what Alsham have got, because Alsham definitely
Yeah, I
has
just
something
think we
like
need
that, say down
something to
Red
point
Lime
them
Street.
further, so people know there's more that way, there's more
More in the
this way.
precinct.
Yeah, so there's more
And
than
down
just the
Vicarage
centre.
Street, well, round by where you were.
Yeah, you can do. Because I think there is one, Morrison's, isn't there?
Never been butchered.
There's something there.
Oh, for
On the
those.
the paint
Well,
shop.
In the M&I, they were meant to have some finger posts that says,
Oh, okay,
M&I got disbanded when,
yeah.
long while, so I will go back to the M&I, and I was meant to do some finger posts, more shops, or,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
I
you know what I'm
just
talking
think,
about, the finger
I
posts,
noticed-
don't you?
when I walk up all the boards there and stuff, which, you know, I mean, I have a board outside my shop. But I just thought it'd be really nice to have something more appealing, just permanent,
Officially.
Yeah.
Yes.
that points to the precinct and points down Market Street as well.
We could have a board like that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Well, at some point you get a town map, which points all bits out.
We have got
We have
town
got
maps,
a town map,
but it doesn't have
not-
the
and I give
businesses
them
on.
out to
Businesses, yeah.
everyone, but
I mean, business.
yeah, I think when people are walking around, it's nice just to actually have that and point them in the right direction.
I ordered those boards, so.
We'll see if you-
Yeah, so I think if we could just start looking at something.
Oh, it's not got no lines on there, you just sign each page. Thank you. And data, thank you. Fixed line showing Market Street precinct, yeah. That's a very good idea. I'll find some information and bring it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then next meeting's 18th November.
Yeah. I'll be here.
I'll try and bring some,
No, don't let's not talk about it. Someone was telling
I'll
me
try and bring
today,
some
near
policies
Christmas.
back.
100
Because we
days
did
Christmas.
realise that our policy, our risk assessments aren't right, are they? When we done our ICOS
ICOS,
training, IOS training. Risk assessment, there's not, what did it didn't have the front bit of it, did it?
They're just not laid out in a very readable and user-friendly format.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right. If there's nothing further, meeting closed at 19:29 hours.
Right, could I just, when's the next?
13th.
Of September.
Thank you.
I think the dates on the website might say that in May, aren't they now?
Yeah, somebody pushed me. I thought they were already on there. Somebody sent me an email asking for it, and I realised that.
I just thought I'd
Haven't
ask.
pressed the button, that's all.
Right, thank you very much for your time. I'll be in touch, James, when
Yeah,
we'll have a catch up
Street lighting.
on that piece there, John Street, and also the
Yes,
relevant
And
risk assessments. as well.
copies, when you do copies, I'll message you anyway, I'll
Yeah.
check with Laura.
Yeah, no.
Can I give her your number? I'll give her my number.
Yeah, yes, no problem.
I think that'd be-
Oh, it was lovely to see you all.
And you?
Perfect timing, off to the next one.
Well, you got another meeting.
Rich Legion tonight for the old one.
I'm not going. Finally got electric.
Have you? So you know, don't you like the
I'm
shop?
not going to go and start
Oh,
cleaning.
can I come over?
Yeah, of course you can. We've got a new shop in the marketplace.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
but we've had no electric.
Opposite
So,
the QD, is it?
Where's
everything's
it?
gone out. of-
So you're
well,
opposite QB, are you?
Yeah,
Oh, that's brilliant,
I
Helen.
know. So, but we're all out of sync.
Have you got your electric sorted now then?
Yeah. Finally. So I'm gonna